Hi, everybody. This is your math lesson for today. Today is Wednesday, the 29th. And what I need you to do is get out your rounding to the nearest 10 number 3 paper. Put your number, name, and date on it. And then get out the paper that looks like this with a bunch of number lines. And at the top, put the number, your name, and the date. Okay? We're going to need both. So I'm going to flip this over just to kind of hide the rest of the paper so it's not too overwhelming for us. So this is your third try or take at rounding. So we're going to do, we're still going to continue with rounding and still to the nearest 10, but we're going to use this paper to help us with a number line, okay? And kind of set up the number lines. If you remember from the videos that you've watched and then, excuse me, the few that I've done with you, the word rounding means closest to, okay? So closest to, and we're talking about tens here. So let's look at the directions. It says round each number to the nearest 10, then tell whether you had to round up or round down, okay? So they gave us little categories here. They have 9 numbers on the side, okay? So these are the numbers are gonna be on the left here. Then the next section is where we're gonna write where we need to round. And then the last section, we're going to write whether we're rounding up or rounding down, okay? So we're gonna now take that paper with the number lines, and since there are 9 numbers, we'll use 9 of the number lines, and we just won't use the bottom one, okay? So let's use the first number line. Let's take a look at number 41. Now we have to think about what the number 41, where that falls into, what other 2 numbers. And we're gonna write them on the side. On the left side, we're gonna write 40. And then all the way over to the right, or I'm sorry, the left side I think I said. So then all the way over to the right, we're gonna write 50. We're going by tens, okay? So the number 41 falls between 40 and 50, okay? Now what I want us to do is label all the numbers, okay? So I have 40 here. I'm gonna go with 41, 42. Make sure you might write the number a bit small. Make sure it falls under that tick mark, okay? 43, 44, 45, 46, 47, 48, 49, and 50. They need to go in order. So if you did one twice or you skipped one, you need to make sure when you're counting that you're going by ones and that you have enough room. I'm writing in pink so that it stands out, but I want you to write in pencil in case you have to erase it. Okay, what's that middle number? I can't really ask you because you're not there to answer me, but it's called the midpoint, okay? So I'm gonna have you draw a circle around the midpoint just to help us remember, okay? If you want, you can circle 40 so you know our number line is starting with 40 and ending with 50. These are all important numbers. And the last number I want you to circle is the number we're talking about on the other paper, the number 3 paper, which is 41. I want you to circle 41. And then I'm gonna show you how drawing an arrow is going to help you with rounding up and rounding down. Before I do that, let's look at the first part. It says round to the nearest 10. Well, if I'm looking at 41, and I'm looking to round to the nearest 10. So my choices are 40. My nearest 10 then would be 50, 40 or 50. If I look at this, clearly that 41 is closest to 40. Watch what I do. So I'm gonna write 40 here, okay? Round to the nearest 40. 41 is nearest to 40. Now it says round up or round down. So when we were at 41, did we round up to 50 or did we round down to 40? And here's where this arrow comes in. I think you guys will like drawing this. You start at the tick mark of the number you're working on, which is 41, and you go, meow. You can even make that noise if you want. and you draw an arrow. We rounded down to 40. Let me make my arrow just a little bit better for y'all. You could even color it and make it fancy, but you don't have to. Okay, so where it says write round up or round down, we're going to write round down. I don't want you to just write up. I don't want you to just write down. I want you to write round down, okay? That's the first one. The second number that we're going to work with is 87. So our second number line is here. Am I going to start with 40 and end with 50? No, because 87 doesn't fall in between 40 and 50. 87 falls in between 80 and 90 if I'm counting by tens. That's how I know how to get these two numbers, 80 and 90. Because I look at the number they want me to work with and I think, okay, where does that fall in between the tens? It's 80 and 90. Now I need to label all my tick marks on my number line. So I'm going to start with 81. It's going to go 80, 81, 82, 83. Remember to write them close together, the two numbers, so you have enough room. 84, 85, 86, 87, 88, 89. Okay, and then 90. Let's circle now the midpoint. It's always going to be that number that falls in between both of our tens. It's got the 5 at the end, okay? And the number that we are working with, that we're looking at, is 87. So let's also circle 87. Okay. What the worksheet wants to know is, what do you round to the nearest 10 if you have 87? Well, let me scooch my camera back. What's closest to 87? 90 or 80? And if I look, it's 90. So I'm going to write 90 here. That's the closest 10. And then, am I rounding up or rounding down? So here's 87. Did I round up to 90 or round down to 80? And we know that we chose 90 and we round up. So you can draw your arrow going from 87, sorry guys, I gotta use my other hand, all the way to 90, okay? So you're going to write on the number 3 worksheet that you rounded up. You'll write round up, okay? So now the rest of the worksheet you're going to do on your own, okay? You're going to take the last 7 and you're going to write the number that you round to the nearest 10 and you'll write round up or round down. And then there's a few questions at the bottom that you have to answer and you can just put them on the line. And just to help you, I'm going to fill in the number line with you on your 10s, okay? So real quick, let's look at 36. We know that 36 is going to fall in between 30 and 40, if I'm counting by tens. 10, 20, 30, 40, okay? So all your numbers need to fit in between 30 and 40. The next number on the worksheet is 15, okay? We know that 15 falls in between 10 and 20. The next number on your worksheet is 63. 63 falls in between 60 and 70. You can turn it off now if you know how to fill in the rest of your number lines. I'm just helping you. But if you think you got it, you can go ahead and shut me down. The next number, this might be tricky though. Listen, 4. 4. If I'm going by tens, 4 is going to start with a 0 and go all the way up to 10 over here. Okay? The next number is 6. Same with 6. You're going to start with 0 and go up to 10. Almost done. You've got 34, which is between 30 and 40. Oops, sorry guys, I need my other hand. And then the last one is 65. And 65 falls between 60 and 70. Now, if you want, you can use that last number line and make up your own number. Or maybe you could quiz mom or dad and see if they can guess. Okay? So what I need you to do now is fill in all the tick marks, circle your midpoint, circle the number you're working with, and draw your arrows to help you find the answer and complete the rest of this worksheet. Okay? Good luck. Bye.